Um, hey everyone, it's me, again, and today I kind of wanted to talk about, um, like Greco-Roman values in the 21st century, um, and honestly, before I start, I'm gonna get this out of the way first. I understand that Roman, society and Roman culture and Greco Roman culture was not the best by any means, especially not towards disabled people um like me. Um they had a very biologically deterministic view of humanity and human worth, and I'm not even gonna pretend like that's wrong. It's because it is wrong. Um and I mean, I know in the Republic it's meant to be ironic, but they do talk about like eugenics in the Republic, dude. Um and like again, it's meant to be ironic, it's meant to be absurd, but still, I mean, the Spartans practiced some of that, and so did the Athenians. I mean, the Spartans are the most famous for doing that, and obviously, I've also talked about the pater familias on the Roman side, where um the 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 husband had unchecked almost authority to do whatever he wanted with his offspring, especially the male offspring, bro. It would have been over for me in Rome, in Greece. Depending on specific examples, I probably would have been exposed, bro. And Claudius will get his own video. He will get his own video, guys. But even in the royal household, Claudius had probably he definitely had a neurological condition, but he probably had cerebral palsy like me, and he became emperor. But I mean, they they despised him, bro. His mother despised him. Um, and in fact, they didn't even bother oofing him off. Tiberius didn't, because he was just like, well, he's disabled, bro. He's never gonna be a threat to me. Which I guess ended up being a blessing in disguise, but still, bro, like, literally one of the most base Roman emperors. They considered him uh to be literally subhuman, and not like these dark medicine guys talk about their subhumanity when they're literally just regular dudes. We're talking like literal almost ostracization. He was made to be a historian. That's the thing. That's the thing that they try to do to us. They try to make us smart. And then they think, oh, they're just gonna be satisfied. They're not gonna try to fight back, bro. Well, in my case, that's a little true, but it's also, you already know that I'm not gonna take crap from people trying to gaslight me about my own existence and about trying to fix me. But anyway, yeah, so those are just examples of like why Greco-Roman culture is wrong, especially in my case because I'm disabled. But I do actually think that there is a place um for Greco-Roman values to be a part of our values here now in the present. Um, and primarily number one, which I've already sort of talked about before, and that's physical education. The Roman saying, one of my favorite, mens sana in corpore sano, um, which is a sound mind in a sound body, and I really like the Roman conception of health. Obviously, it's more complicated than that, guys, but if you do a lot of exercises, chances are you probably will be a lot happier and a lot more stable. I mean, I literally wouldn't be here had it not been for me starting weightlifting and exercise, because to me it's one of the only things that makes life worth living for me. And also, Greco-Roman civic virtue, I don't care what anyone says, that is base. Of course we know that Greco-Roman democracies were more or less really autocracies, right? It was democracy, but democracy for me and not for thee. Democracy for the Greek and Roman aristocracy, landowning aristocracy, and that's obviously this concept of land ownership, right? Because I guess if you read the politics and stuff, I think Aristotle even says that, like, if you own land and are taxed, obviously then you deserve to have some representation, right? But it's not like our modern conception of democracy, where it's for everyone regardless of station, regardless of wealth and property status. But still, just this idealism towards voting and taking an active part in your government, bro, that's so base. That's so, like, amazing. That's such a good virtue, bro. Such a good virtue. And I feel like we've lost that in our society, where we've gone way too individualist and we don't see it as a duty to vote and be engaged in government. And I understand, right, for a lot of people, the socioeconomic pressures of our system are such that they don't have the time, they don't have the willingness, and they don't have the effort, bro. But I believe that you all can be different, and I want to be different. And my parents, and yeah, here we go again, right? Because I was born wealthy, but my dad, not my mom, because she never really voted, she never really cared about not civilization, but society enough to where she wanted to vote or even cared that much about politics. But my dad, like, bro, I don't even live in Guatemala, but my dad was like, when I was old enough finally, and the Guatemalan elections in 2019 came around, he was like, "Are you gonna vote? I want you to vote." And I planned to vote, but the thing is, I didn't register in time because I was new to it, and I didn't end up voting. And I didn't end up voting in this year's Guatemalan election either, because I think 2019 is the only year the consulate did voting there. At least where I live. Maybe they did it in other consulates in other states, but I called and they said that they didn't do that. Maybe I just got a bad person at the consulate. But still, man, still, um, I love Greco-Roman civic virtues, and those are the two things, um, that I think really provide for, the ways in which Greco-Roman virtues are important and can be used in today's society. And it's actually really pertinent to me because yes, I am mixed, right? Between mostly Spanish and indigenous peoples, but at the same time I'm also assimilated, right? And I don't want to deny what I am. And unfortunately, the literary canon, and by extension a lot of the ideas of the indigenous side of me were kind of burned by the Spanish brothers and sisters. And so I don't have that connection to them as I do with my Greco-Roman ancestors, brothers and sisters, because if you're Latino and you're a mestizo like me, chances are that, yeah, bro, you're a descendant of Romans from Spain and Italy. And so, I mean, I want to keep that part of my culture alive as well, as much as the indigenous one. And there's just so many more sources available to me, and I'm not gonna give that up. I think we should really, really re-examine Greco-Roman values for the 21st century, and I hope this video got you thinking about other ways in which we could revive them.